Let me start with something you wrote a few months ago. You believe Donald Trump is going to win this election. You believed it before the convention, and you wrote this. From Green Bay to Pittsburgh is the middle of England, broken and depressed, struggling, the smokestacks strewn across the countryside with the carcass of what we used to call the middle class, angry, embittered, working and non-working people who were lied to by the trickle-down of Reagan and abandoned by Democrats. And I know after the debate, you were unlike many. You thought Trump was successful in what he needed to do. Explain.
Yes, I don't want him to win. Let's just make that clear. I've been trying to say for months here. I live in Michigan, and across the Midwest, across the Rust Belt, I understand why a lot of people are angry, and they see Donald Trump as their human Molotov cocktail that they get to go into the voting booth on November 8th and throw him into a political system that has made their lives miserable. And so I think at the convention I was worried Democrats, the Clinton campaign, were all doing an end zone dance when they were only on the 50-yard line. And this celebrating after the debate, everybody needs to have their game face on here and realize that Trump can win. He can pull this off, and everybody has to be at full force here. Otherwise, it has a chance of happening. And I've lived long enough to know where I've seen, I've never thought a B actor whose co-star was a chimpanzee would ever be president of the United States, or George W. Bush, who was just completely not there himself, that he could ever get elected. Well, I take this seriously now, so I don't just, Trump is not just comedy to me. I think that people see that he is maybe their messenger, even though they don't necessarily like him or agree with him so much. I think that they love the idea of blowing up the system.
Do you think every time a newspaper editorial comes out and denounces Trump, and every time a former cabinet secretary in a Bush administration comes out and denounces Trump, do you think that backfires? Do you think it oddly reinforces Trump's message?
I think a lot of people who have seen their livelihood vaporize, who are no longer part of the middle class, who are struggling to survive, pay no attention anymore to what the media or the people in power. They've lost all credibility, I think, with a lot of people. I mean, just take what's happened from how we got into the Iraq War. Where was the media on that before the war? Where was the New York Times, for instance, putting Judith Miller's stories, concocting weapons of mass destruction on the front page of their paper? Where was the media while Wall Street was creating this crisis that was about to happen? I mean, so people don't trust the media. They don't listen to it, and for good reason, because the media has let them down. The rich and the powerful have let them down. They used to believe in that. They used to vote for the rich and powerful. And a lot of them aren't going to do that this time. And they, for some strange reason, see Donald Trump as their means to get back at this system.
Will they ever